Hi. So I have not made a video in a while, and really I just haven't had much to say. I've been struggling severely with mental health problems that have accumulated so heavily that I haven't known what to do with myself at all. And here it was last week, I got into fight after fight with my partner. I was pretty sure he was about to kick me out. I was so upset and so stressed out. I was having severe nightmares and just everything was falling apart into nothing. And I was like, what am I going to be able to say other than all this negative spewing that you guys have all heard before? And honestly, what does that do anyone? Like, it's not helpful. It's not helpful for me. And yeah, like I've said that this is a good venting channel before, but I mean, if that's all that it is all the time and all I am just being negative, it's no wonder I have an anxiety disorder because I'm just feeling that fire more and more. Now, with that being said, I'm having a rough day in the sense of I have a really bad headache. I'm starting to believe that something's like pinched in my neck or back that's been causing these headaches. And they've been so severe that they are triggering like 2 panic attacks a day where I'm like either sitting in the middle of dinner or I'm doing dishes, something, and then suddenly like my feet feel numb and weird, and then I feel dizzy and strange, and then all of a sudden I'm convincing myself I'm gonna die, and I have pain that just won't go away in my head, and well, here I am looking at hopefully getting a job. They said I'd know by this Friday, and here it is Wednesday, and I'm like, please, I really need this right now. And if this doesn't work out, I've got like 2 or 3 other options in this area because of my lack thereof experience. So I'm still trying to be confident about that, but hopefully I can afford to go to a chiropractor soon again if I end up working. Um, yeah, so about that last week, there was so much negativity. I mean, it was just never ending. And by that Friday, suddenly we talked to each other rather than treating each other like shit. And I wasn't treating him like shit, it was him treating me like shit. But either way, I'm obviously guilty for some things, but you know, here's the thing, I just want to give advice real quick. If you're in a relationship with somebody, you're committed, you plan on marrying them, you do not ignore them and pretend that they don't exist until you're ready to talk about stuff. Now, if you need to walk away, that's one thing, but if you seriously don't even say I love you and you just leave the house and you tell them, I gotta go to work, I don't care, like if you ignore them for hours, you won't even sleep in the same room as them, you're treating them like garbage and there's no reason for it. It's unhealthy and you need to stop. Don't do that shit. There's a lot of people that paints a great picture why you're single. Like, just don't do that crap to people. If you love somebody and you care about them, put aside whatever's pissing you off and just be like, I can't do this right now. This isn't healthy. I need time to collect myself. Like, use your words, please. Anyway, so it was Friday, we talked to each other, things started to smooth out, and I started school yesterday at the new school that I'm attending. And yes, I never got my diploma, so that's what I'm trying to do. And after I do that, I would like to do CNA course, hopefully pass it, so that I can do hospice care. Hopefully, I can contain this craziness up here a little bit more before I do that because I need to be a little bit more sane before I can work with people who are in a time of need, more need than me focusing on myself and my own problems. Like, they need me, and that's what I need, is for people to be needed, to be taken care of. I need something to focus on that's good and healthy. That being said, I've also picked up some hobbies because I had none. I felt like I had no redeeming qualities whatsoever. And forgive me because I still really crap on myself quite a bit, but I've started reading, which I've never been interested in reading. I've always liked writing, but never reading. I've started drumming because, to be honest, I've always loved drumming. Drumming's always been my favorite. Um, for me, it's for fun, and my partner and I have done some like surfer rock music, and it's simple and sweet and fun, but for me, that's all it is. I'm not expecting to be like some great big, like impressionable, like drummer. I don't expect to impress anyone. I don't like expect that I'm going to blow anyone away. Like for me, it's fun. And yes, I post photos of it on my social media. And for me, it's just like something that's exciting that I've even picked up a few beats. Like it's just something that's new to me and it's fun and I enjoy it. That's all it is. Like I don't expect to be more attractive because of it. That's what irritates me so much about the society we're living in. Like what I do is for fun. What I do is because I like it. I love taking photos. Like it isn't because I think I'm attractive, because let me tell you what, I'm not. And you know what? That's not for attention. I will never see myself the way that hounds see me, all right? I'll never see myself the way that my partner claims that he sees me. Like, I'll tell you what, it took me forever to stop cutting my hair off every time I had a mental breakdown. So yeah, I love my hair, but you know what? It's a nervous habit for me to play with my hair. When I do this stuff, it isn't because I'm like, I am, I'm hot. It's because I'm having a panic attack. I'm freaking out inside. And I know I'm not the only one dealing with that. And I wish more people would reach out to me in that sense too. Like, I want people to come to me and talk to me. I want people to vent to me. I want people to feel comfortable doing that. Female or male, I don't care. Or whatever gender you claim you are. I am quite accepting. And sometimes it's a lot nicer to be out of your own shit, out of your own head, to help somebody else. It's a lot better. And so I just wanted to add some little things about what was going on in my life. I finally baked a cake for the first time in 2 years. I don't know as though it came out the way I wanted it to, but I mean, I don't bake, I don't cook, I don't do anything. I wasn't doing anything with my life, and I now feel like I'm just starting to do stuff again. And it's like, finally. And here I am working on homework and reading and going for walks again because it's starting to get a little bit nice outside, finally. So, you know, slowly but surely, I feel like obviously I have my good days and bad days, but for the last couple of days, I've been trying my best to make them as good as I possibly can. Not take all the bad and let it just eat away at me, but like obviously take those little bits of good and just be like, wasn't so bad today. I made it, I'm alive, I can thank God for that, and you know what, I'm okay. Because even though, you know, I don't know, sometimes I can't convince myself that I'm not dying. I'm only 25 and I can't convince myself like that I'm worthy of anything. But you know what? We're all here and we're all just not here for a very long time, but we're trying to get by. So like I feel like we shouldn't make that harder for anyone else. You gotta let people go at their own pace. And as long as you're moving forward, keep at it. You know, I've read a meme today that was like about moving and like you're still addicted. And you know what? When I moved, actually, it did help me with my addiction. It wasn't the problem solver, but it certainly helped. It certainly helped going back to an area where no one knew me, an area where I've never once heard somebody offer me heroin for free. It is like breathtaking out here how amazing that the air just changed up. And next week will be 4 months that I've been sober of really bad shit, and not heroin, but it doesn't matter. Drugs are drugs, they're all bad. Don't try to say anything's better than anything else, you know, because it's all shit. If you're addicted to something, it's shit. To be addicted is shit. And it sucks. There's many addictions in this world. And you know what? I'm not saying like, oh, caffeine's as bad as heroin, but I'm telling you what, caffeine is a real fucking addiction, and it sucks because I'm battling getting rid of it now because my body has zero tolerance for it. I can't have alcohol anymore, and here it was when I was 14 years old, I was pounding screwdrivers and nasty shit like Bud Light and Smirnoff and all that crap, and like my body used to be so much more accepting of garbage, and now my body has zero tolerance. I mean, I will black out, freak out over like this much coffee. My body can't handle shit. This much alcohol, I'm like, I have seizures, and my body's just saying no. And it's also God's way of saying no, you don't need that. Your life can be so much better sober, I promise. It's not going to be like the end of all your problems, like you get sober and you're not like dealing with any more mental ailments, because guess what? The reason you started an addiction in the first place was a mental ailment, obviously. But you can get through it. You know what? Maybe I should make a video all on its own about that, because that's something I don't feel like I've ever like straightforward talked about, and like how I dealt with it, how I got through it, and how I'm still trying to get through it. Because I'll tell you what, being only about 4 months sober, I can't tell you how many times that, excuse me, I have a panic attack and I'm like, you know what? If I just had an Ativan right now, that'd be okay, right? I'd be better, like I'd calm down. No, you gotta get through it on your own. You have to. You're an adult, you can do this, you know?